Hello, hello. This is Martin Q with the Strategic Retreat. And just I feel like I'm on a bit of a roll. Might as well push through while I have the energy. I just did the Death and Abyss demo, so I figured this has been in my library for a while, and I've been meaning to address it, but even though I feel like I've missed the entry window for when this demo was just announced, yeah, when people were making more videos about it. But I mean, here I am. Um, so yeah, anybody who knows the kind of strategy management style games that I play, I'm a big fan of FTL and Into the Breach, the with subset games. And so this caught my eye as a fan of also the RTS strategy, the Dawn of War series, Warhammer 40k. So yeah, this seemed like the perfect mixture, and one of the most blatant examples of like legally distinct blah that people have seen in quite a while. And I mean, I don't even need to show you a Google search for Void War, Tundra, and you would have community groups for both Warhammer Games Workshop and FTL subset games of like, is are there any legal troubles? Is there somebody we should be contacting? It's I don't know if it's like so blatant that it kind of uh overflows into not being suspicious anymore. This is like the most Scooby Doo red herring thing of like, yeah, this person is so obviously the man behind the mask of the monster of the episode. So I was like, by being so blatant, does it go around to not being suspicious anymore? I don't really know. The fact that the demo and the actual game is still around, I couldn't even really show you a developer page on Steam here of like what Tundra is, just that there's a soundtrack, a demo, and the game itself. And yeah, not really any more research to be done there aside from again Google Foo, and I don't know. Um, but yeah, the aesthetics of uh like the Battlefleet Gothic, clearly there's room for interest in sci-fi space opera, a grim dark spaceship game, and somebody saw this and went like, well, yeah, well, if you wanted to mix that with the kind of Star Trek systems management of FTL, why wouldn't you just do that but with Warhammer 40k? And this is, and this is where the problem I have with how weird this blatantly is, like a air quotes a ripoff of FTL and Warhammer 40k versus like, well, it's essentially like a really good mod. I definitely agree with some of the other uh reviews. There's some mixed reviews now about like, yeah, this is essentially like a really good mod. I don't suppose it'd be worth $20. And thinking on that, I agree. It's like FTL is how much is FTL? Is it still like less than 10 bucks? Yeah, $10. So I mean, certainly I don't think this is worth twice that. So aside from price point, right? If I'm just debating it's this art, this air quotes again, art existing, I appreciate what it does. Don't it would probably be worth less than FTL. But I will discuss some of the difference in mechanics, dynamics that it seems to go for, which again I appreciate. There's some differences here. Um, but yeah, so weird copyright legalese stuff, some ongoing development, and yeah, striking while the iron's cold. I've played the demo for like 36 hours. I've had a couple of good evenings with this, trying to debate and getting back into streaming about like, should I make a video on this? So yeah, you get sectors. I don't even think I need to do all of that, but just getting into what I feel, what is different about this. So there is, you kind of already see it, that there is crew. Of course, you manage crew just like any real good space management game. I feel like it puts a lot more of a focus on crew and keeping them alive. Like it's actually kind of weird given how Warhammer 40k is usually very dismissive of life. That there are some very expendable soldiers, but it actually kind of makes sense that you have a team of elites and upgrades, and it's more that there are specific builds in which there are more systems or specific abilities that make use of expendable temporary crew or something that you can just afford to throw away while still keeping a core of elite units alive. So yeah, a lot of this is just kind of flavor text about like what describing what FTL is, and the Warhammer 40k styling, because there is essentially, yeah, like a bunch of chaos powers, possessed demon automated ships. You're fighting like Nurgle ships with some very tanky poison builds, along with more run-of-the-mill Imperial normal space, air quotes, normal spaceships. But that's I don't know. I was just trying to pull together info from the Steam page of like, how do I address this weird legal stuff before actually showing you what it's all about. Okay, swapped over. Yes. All right, Void War, the demo version. Yeah, I mean, decent window mood, auto pause. Manning stations versus just being exactly where you click them. The ships. Sure, highlight your commander uses that is a difference where of course you lose if your ship's destroyed, but I believe, yeah, you have a player avatar in your commander, so you will lose if they die. And so again, that is already more emphasis on like the player instead of FTL, where it's more about making sure the ship can maintain throughout the entire journey through to the final battle. Oh yeah, I guess I could have done that. So yeah. Oops. And hey, God King has fallen, the Empire is in despair. The time is nigh for you to be our instrument for salvation. You will now be familiarized with the basics of void warfare. This is your ship. Hold on a second. I could have sworn. I guess it resets your settings? Hopefully that didn't drown me out. Yes, it's your ship. As the commander of this vessel, you may select any crew member of the ship, including yourself, by clicking their portrait frame. You may also select them by clicking on them directly or dragging a box around them. Select yourself now. While crew members are selected, you may issue commands by right-clicking on any of the rooms on your ship. Move yourself to the designated room. Selected crew member will move to the destination and automatically perform any required tasks upon arrival. System control interface allows you to control your ship's systems. Each system has an icon that corresponds with one on your ship. So yeah, there's a huge emphasis on boarding and crew. As I said, start off with them right away. Life support, you know, oxygen, engines. It's really clear to anybody who's played FTL. As soon as you can see the UI. Yep, systems powered by the ship's reactor, shown here. Units of power, more power it draws, the more effective it becomes. Yes, yes. You may hover over any system for more detail. While hovering, a reticle appears on your ship, showing you the location of each system. But yeah, there are little quality of life changes. I can't recall every difference between FTL and this. But okay. These are your ship's subsystems. Subsystems are different from normal systems, and they are automatically powered and do not consume reactor power. So you have command throw, you're piloting, some passive evasion. Your commander is an even more effective version. And then doors, yeah. How to deal with borders, strong emphasis on crew. And yeah, depending on the ship, the other thing I did notice though is the focus on elites, but that also means then that you only recover health every jump. It kind of passively has the cloning effect from FTL. You don't have a healing room to start to just heal back to full. You heal by jumps, and you don't actually get to start with cloning to just let units die and you immediately get them back. It's very specific systems and subsystems and whatever crew upgrades you need to get. And then you have sensors, let you see into the enemy ship. So yeah, obviously emphasize on that so that you don't send your valuable crew in to die by not knowing the situation. To proceed, hover each of your ship's systems and subsystems. Yes, shielding, engines, another source of dodge, drive charge to get out. Ship's hull strength. When this reaches 0, your ship will explode and everyone aboard it will die. A pair of Imperial enforcers have joined your crew. Yep. Pretty strong. Have fire resistance from being Imperials, and so yes, immediate question for some FTL folks is there a pyromaniac build? Yes, there are numerous ways to do that. Smoking enemy crew out. I didn't really calculate it. I think that I haven't taken statistics on like how much more scrap you get from clearing enemy ships. I believe that it's simply an alternate way to do it. You don't have a really different message like, oh, with the crew gone you're able to salvage everything at an increased recovery rate or something. I believe your goal is to just neutralize the enemy ship or the crew, so that you don't feel completely locked into a min-max play style of like, if you want everything you must do this, simply because in FTL it's riskier losing crew through events versus ship combat. That can still happen here, but I didn't notice it happening much more than in FTL. This new crew arrived in time to help you with the fire that has broken out on your ship. Time is precious when confronted by hazards like fire. Thankfully, you have access to command mode. Command mode indicator shows when you're in command mode. Yes, it's paused. Examine situation, queue of commands. This is super important with the amount of microwing you might have to do on the enemy ship, because again, there's a lot of combat, so making sure that all of your crew is focusing on the right team or entering specific rooms and systems. Ability to think on your feet, set targets, orders, power, eventing, yes. Extinguish, yes. Give him the order in there. Multiple crew members, they can do this faster, reducing injuries, yes. You did it. And unfortunately, another fire's broken out on your ship. This time, instead of sending crew to extinguish the fire, use the door to vent it. Yep. Whoops. Whatever. I'm kind of just spending more time in the tutorial than I really need. Pink, oxygen venting out, hazards, a lot of crew. You lose so I think that I don't know if FTL specifies this, and I didn't dive into the code for it. Of like in FTL, suffocating crew members, they just lose like a flat amount. But here it is very clear in saying this is a percentage of health every second. So suffocation is a more effective means to take out large health enemies. And it of course depends on if they have any modifiers. Again, the elite crew emphasis in this game, there are pieces of equipment that vastly change how you play, so that a person could suddenly, a large health pool unit can equip space gear so that they no longer take suffocation damage, so that you're no longer taking a percentage of your health. That's a huge deal. And the amount of weapons and armor that were suddenly like they deal more or less damage depending on the size of the room they're fighting in. There are extra effects on there are effects on enemy death. So there's a lot of customization there. You just then have to deal with the risks of, if that person dies, you lose all the gear. It's kind of insane. So yeah, suffocation will hurt high HP enemies, units more than low HP units. Prepare for subspace translation with the commander to the command throne. And then you can get them set up for boarding. Automatically man the command throne when you arrive. Notice how power has been removed from your reactor, transferred to your engines. Oh, I might have already did that ahead of time. Engines power and subspace drives now active. Time to engage drives. Oh, never mind. Whoops. Tutorial destroyed it. Engines are red. They're destroyed. Repair it. Send somebody. Might as well do all of that. Yeah, I forget if it gets into the missile systems, but this kind of addresses the power of missiles. Yes, repair, power them up. Okay. Engage them. Must be present on the ship to engage it. You gotta be very careful, yeah, not to leave your crew. It's even more painful than an FTL because of how much you customize your units. Commander. But yeah, you have limited missile resources, and enemy does the same. And it's actually a separate system. So you would have all of their usual, like, renewable battery of weapons, and then you will also have a separate icon that allows you to focus on enemy missile systems so that they don't get to just get past your shields. So this is a star map, contains all the jump nodes. Yes, same node system. Display basic information. So if shops, yeah, what you can expect to find there versus random encounters. Controls to navigate. Right. Panning where you are. Stargate at the end. Mouse wheel. Press the home button. Yes, on your focus on yourself. Okay, get more options. Jump through the not warp. Alright, the galaxy is filled with hostile threats. These servo husks have gone rogue and are threatening to destroy your ship. Fortunately, their ship's weapons do not have the strength to penetrate your shield. You will show them the error of their ways. So, much like an FTL, yeah, you get some relatively easy encounters. There's a higher difficulty option for the demo. It's pretty crazy. But yeah, you pretty much want to increase shields so that you don't take attrition damage, slowly wearing down over many encounters. Command mode of its power. Click on it to activate it. Select the target. Yes. So you can do some shenanigans with suffocating the crew, all that. Resume. Oh, right, and then you have saving stations. So that you can immediately send crew back. The 2 shots from your cannon cannot penetrate the enemy's 2 shield layers. You will need some help to overcome the enemy. Right. Oh yeah, and then there's an auto-fire option. Your ship is equipped with a launch bay system, which will allow you to conduct boarding operations against the enemy ship. Crew loaded into the system will be delivered in an assault sled. The assault sled is designed to penetrate all enemy shielding before crashing into the enemy ship. Then your crew to the launch bay. And the exile commander starts with his own teleporter, so you effectively have an extra boarding member. Launching an assault sled is a multi-step task, so it is a good idea to enter command mode, load the crew, so it actually takes them out of your ship, so it helps you avoid more damage if something's happening. So yeah, they're hidden from view inside the ship. They're shown in the small counter at the top of the launch bay system, so these skulls. Loaded crew. Click the launch button, target their shield room to launch the assault sled. And then yes, so difference in boarding here, not just a teleporter. You can just target you actually have limitations in that there's a limited number of slots where your sled impacts and then stays on the enemy ship. There they go. Basically want to burst them down as much as possible. It was 2-on-1 for a bit, so this first husk took more damage. Okay, and here's the other sort of quality of life. Your crew has killed an enemy and damaged the enemy shield system. Notice that the enemy shield's icon has turned orange. This indicates that the system has been damaged. Alternatively, when an enemy system is destroyed, its icon will turn red. So yeah, in FTL, killing an enemy crew member, I believe, doesn't do system damage. So here, just by an enemy not leaving crew to die, it does a bar of damage for each crew that is in the room when they die. So that's a quick way of bursting down some system damage before your guys actually resort to punching it themselves. So that kind of speeds it up. You still have to watch for your guys. Your crew will instantly damage an enemy system anytime they kill a non-temporary enemy crew in the same room. This is a great way to quickly damage enemy systems. So yeah, because there are some abilities that regenerate enemy, temporary enemy crew, and there's some cloning options, I believe. This will happen. You will get like temporary reinforcements. Your crew will also attack enemy systems if there are no enemies to fight in the room. Your boarding action has degraded the enemy's defenses. Return your crew to your ship using the recall crew button. So yeah, it does not require an addition. You don't have to wait for the cooldown to pull them back. You can recall them here and or you can recall them with this button. It just gets them all out, and then I guess I guess you would you don't want to get into FTL mode and assume you can only recall them through here. Remember, you risk losing any crew aboard the enemy ship if the enemy ship explodes or successfully flees. With a damaged shield system, the enemy can now only recharge up to 1 layer of shields. Now your cannons will be able to punch through their shields, damage their hull, continue firing at the enemy ship until it is destroyed. Oh wait, auto fire on, and then I have to target it. Whoops. The Corsair vessel breaks apart. You salvage some material from the remains. You can hover over any of your salvaged items for more info. Repair drone, consumables. So yeah, you get equipment that changes how characters function, and then you also get little consumables that are on specific characters' inventory. So seals all breaches, repairs 2 system damage in a target room, and not hull damage. And yeah, need tool slots, cooldowns, speed at which it activates. Then another weapon to get through more shields. Yeah, chances of breaching, fire, crew damage. Bunch of scrap. Your new equipment, click the loadout button. You've acquired a repair drone, which is a piece of crew equipment. Crew equipment offers powerful bonuses that can greatly enhance the effectiveness of your crew. It can only be equipped in slots that match their type. It's a tool slot, yes. You've also acquired a new starship weapon. To equip it, click the weapon in the cargo, place it in an empty armament slot. Close the loadout, clicking anywhere outside. Note the total power capacity of your weapon system is not enough to power all of your weapons. Your weapon system has a capacity of 2 power bars, while your 2 weapons require a total of 3 power to operate. If you want to power both of your weapons, upgrade your weapon system. Yes. Upgrade button. Upgrade, spending scrap, it is the same. Right-clicking undoes unconfirmed upgrades. It is crucial to keep your systems upgraded as you journey through the void. press the upgrade button to confirm it. Have enough weapon system capacity to power up all your weapons. Power them up now. Weapons are now fully powered. Energy spike destroyed your life support system. This could be dangerous. Without life support, the oxygen in your ship will gradually deplete and eventually suffocate your crew. You can use the repair drone you equipped earlier to repair your life support system remotely. So, some things, certain pieces of equipment such as consumables, psychic powers, grant an active ability. Abilities appear on the portion of the crew they're attached to, and so you can do that just for the sake of the tutorial. Repaired. One last thing, your translocator has been enabled. You can use it to board enemy ships, escape from a difficult situation, or simply to get around your ship faster. Try it. So yeah, this is unique equipment. Well, not unique. You can get this on any given run. Just that, yeah, this guy starts with it. This concludes your training. As you set out, be on guard against the craven pirate, the dread cultist, and the Imperial who yet clings to his fallen deity. So it lets you side with the Imperials. You can destroy cultists. You can fight against the Order of and all that. They let you customize your run a little bit with the shrines. Let none bar your path to the Vault of Souls, for only within its argent flames lie our destined salvation from this forsaken realm. Yep, man the command throne, press the warp button. Okay, here we go. So, yeah, definitely not enough scrap to make use of a good shop here. So, to the random place, Morgothian destroyers. Say a little rest, healing. You discover the grisly mutated wreckage of what was once a large space station. Previously undetected vessels suddenly burst forth from within the husk, its weapons flickering to life. Alright, so don't have enough sensors. A little hard to see because of all the extra bells and whistles on some of the ships. I believe they just have the one weapon here, and that's just a spire. Alright, so yeah, this has a slightly higher charge, slightly lower charge time than this. So if you want to sync it all up, have that one on auto fire. Oh right, this is why you want shields. Ah, right. So you want the small shots to absorb, to hit the shields, and then you have this one with the bigger chance of breach and fire through damage. Okay. And so since there isn't experience, it's, you know, for better and for worse. That means that you don't have to feel compelled to farm up XP on certain encounters. And you can just kind of see a bunch of husks, the death cultists there. Yeah. Alright. Enough, you have made your point. We surrender. Some scrap offering. I don't... for Zone 1, I don't really know if that's good. Kind of forget. It's been a while since I played the demo. So, 33. Let me see about that. So yeah, there's some theming around the different factions. You know, the Death Cultists, essentially Nurgle, and generally weak to fire, low health. The Husks are kind of like the generic bad at everything kind of unit. But the Husks are good at filling out any roles, any manned positions on your ship. Yeah, not much survives the blast. Only a small handful of supply canisters can be retrieved from the wreckage. The munitions for the missile bay I don't have. Okay. Lots of scrap here. So 90. I don't want to get more shielding, but temptation to get more crew right away. I mean, to show off. I don't think I would do this for optimization. Ship drops back into real space in front of a small merchant caravan. One of the ships breaks off from the caravan and approaches you. They would like to conduct business. Okay. So yeah, obviously you can just try to get more resources from them. I forget about talk. I don't think it takes the opportunity to trade from you. And this is why you really want to save up for more. Oh yeah, it's a bigger guy. Imperial Sorcerer. Fire on Death, Psyker. Yeah, darn it. Have to sell off. Imperial Scribe. Ooh. 15 health. But Purify, all friendly crew aboard the ship gain immunity to debilitating effects for 10 seconds. So yeah, you gotta be very careful with damage over time. Some of the Nurgle infections could mean that your character is guaranteed to die, and once they get a certain amount of poison on them, and you're not going to be able to recover fast enough. Imperial Acolyte. Force shield. Shield an area against a hostile projectile. So yeah, tool slots, armor slots. A stun. Some of this can be very nice. Time it so that you stun the pilot so that they have no dodge chance right as your projectiles hit. So yeah, psychic projectiles ignore shields and cannot miss. Pretty interesting. Then dealing damage to hostile crew in a room. That means you insta-kill some 15 health husks. Ugh. Well, yeah, they already have the ability there. Tempting, but I don't do this enough. Fine. Oh, so yeah, I don't get the chance to talk if I... That would be if I just wanted to get a little something? I forget if it's more than lore. Sure. Start building up shields. Yeah, but across an Imperial vessel on a courier mission, they issue a chain of broken and incoherent transmissions shortly before opening fire. So now you can see here. Right. So now, yeah, I don't think I saw this on the previous ship, so I don't think I screwed up. So you do have storage vaults, so you're incentivized to board. Yeah, moving crew there to extract its contents. Otherwise, you don't want to destroy the ship. Find some way to disable the crew so that you can, while leaving the ship alive, so that you can get the storage vault at the end of the encounter. Yeah, 25 health. So I can go here, and it lets me beat the guy up, so we can get whatever that reward is. There he goes. You retrieve the contents of the storage vault, an assault sledge, and some munitions. Lovely. Yeah, 2-on-1, it's very fast. The enemy crew has been killed. You search through the remains and find a few useful items. It's 41 scrap. I don't think that's a lot more for Zone 1. So don't forget that. So, assault sledge. So yeah, plus DPS, plus 400% door break speed. So yeah, this is where you get a couple of options. So in FTL, an upgraded door system, you'd have to hack it, right? Otherwise damage the system to degrade it so that your crew would have the means to walk through the enemy ship. But here, you might not have to do that at all if you just get the right gear. So then you can make sure it's on your boarding team, and then just make sure they lead the charge. You have to give some very specific orders to make sure that you have them selected and give them a move order on the enemy ship. So then, yeah, they can punch through a door. Sabotage speed, which I believe is just system damage. So yeah, smash things up. But DPS is great. So yeah, let's see about buffing up these enforcers. $43. How about maximum power to the shields? I can get a second layer. Getting an event. There's an abandoned research facility here. Entry to the interior sections is barred by heavy blast doors, but power may be temporarily restored to the facility by reactivating its backup generators. Even so, there would be no guarantee the security measures could be bypassed. Activate backup generators to access the interior. Spend 5 munitions. Okay. Sure, I'm not spending it on anything else. Unfortunately, you were not able to defeat the security protocols before power ran out. You may attempt to disable the security systems again, but you will need additional time. Nope, not enough. So, RNG failure. It would not be worthwhile to make another attempt. You move on. Hooray! I lose resources to gain nothing. That's random. Would have been nice to showcase more content if I got items or whatever. Can't customize my crew if you don't give me things to customize. Come face to face with a chromic warship. It immediately engages your ship. Give me a good fight. Essentially Korn. Berserkers versus the Nurgle tanky guys, and then some like Zinchian automated possessed ships with demon units on it. Okay, no treasure chest on the ship, so you can just blow it up if I want. Oh right, I'm an idiot. I don't have to just visually gauge it with the sensors. I believe I don't even need sensors. It just kind of, you're already able to gauge it, and it's just about seeing into the ship. That they have, an energy beam and a graviton cannon. Right, I believe it would tell you if it was. Right, I think there's a different description of this game's version of ion damage, keeping shields down. But yeah, don't need to worry about my crew taking damage. I don't need to. So you stay on the shields. Yep, no, 2 layers of shields, they can't hurt me. Right. Yeesh. Okay. Of course, even if they don't have treasure chests, it's good to take out enemy crew just so they have lowered repair capabilities. Starting a fire, then they regen their shield right at the last second. The ship's powering up its engines, they're trying to escape. Now I'm pushed to maybe rush, but I feel like its health's too low. Okay, and they're dead. Whew, not much survives the blast. Only a small handful of supply canisters can be retrieved from the wreckage. Choose one. Ah, a survivor, a husk with 1 scrap, a single. What did I take? Their stapler, or a chaos engine? Teleport all crew in the current room to random rooms on the opposing ship. All right. So yeah, nice way to instantly get more people over there. And I could do that. I could board with somebody on an assault sled, then use the Chaos Engine to put them on my ship where I can then rip them apart. Whew. Versus getting my own fragile little guy. There's to have to be a tool, which I don't have room for. Let me see. Well, the translocator, yeah, that's innate, so I can actually do that. Put it on my guy. Okay. So I've got some interesting tactics I could do there. Of course, I do still enjoy building a guy buffer and buffer, getting a ton of passive combat effects, lowering enemy DPS, buffing his own, all that sort of thing. So let's see if I can get that done. All right, shipyard, pretty much you get a chance to repair. You can also get a husk. Well, it looks like it's happening regardless, because you have to do that. I kind of want to see if I can get some more... Well, if I have to do it anyways, I might as well show it off. So yeah, repair hull points, heal your crew. So yeah, if you're taking too much damage, construct a machine slave and scavenging munitions. So running low on your missile systems, but usually if you want to build up strength, then you get this. You scavenge the shipyard for corpses and manage to cobble together a functioning husk. There he goes, and yep, you can just keep a guy there. So now I have somebody manning the doors and the sensors, all of that. Okay, come on, let me see if I can displace the entire enemy team. You arrive to see a chromic warship obliterating an outpost. Despite suffering damage from the outpost's defensive weapons, the warship attacks you without hesitation. So yeah, if I randomly put these guys on my ship, it'd be really nice if I could block them off, suffocate them so I don't even have to take damage. There we go. And... oh, okay, all right. Everybody. So now... he already... okay. Okay, so it's, yeah, totally random there. And my husk took way too much damage. That's bad. Okay, let's see if I can get another guy on the spot. Dead. Yup. There you go. So, yeah, that's 2 enemy crew down with relatively little damage. The husk shouldn't be in combat too often. Oh. Where are you going, buddy? Oh. Huh. All right. So, yeah, can I do that again? There we go. Okay. Berserker. Oh no, I didn't keep my guy in the door system. Okay, that's bad. I could just do that. Smoke them out. That's the entire enemy crew. Oh, right. I didn't... ah, damn it. I didn't keep them blocked out properly. But 3-on-1, he should die nearly instantly. Yep. And dead. There you go. The enemy crew has been killed. You search the remains and find a few useful items. About 41 scrap. Okay, cool. The ship was already damaged. I probably could have just finished them off, but I kind of want to showcase that that's a thing you can do. Just bring them all back, and then you don't have to worry about trying to micro through enemy doors, and you can use your doors with suffocation tactics instead. Equipment. That's crew customization options like that. Try to save up more, but could use some extra power. You overhear a conversation while docked at a trading outpost. We will hit the Imperials so hard they will never bother us again. The man speaking then proceeds to detail their plans to bomb a nearby Imperial supply station. Supposedly the station will be undefended for 36 hours due to a hiccup in their security detail. Consider what to do with this information. So, alert the authorities, raid the station before the attack, do nothing, and then this game's equivalent of a blue option, essentially, just having variety of specialized crew and equipment. Empire crew, consult your crew before raiding the station. So, anything else to know before we beat them at their own game? A member of your crew is familiar with the layouts of Imperial supply stations. Armed with this knowledge, you formulate a plan to raid the station. The information provided by your crewmen proves accurate. Your raid on the supply station goes smoothly. You are able to make away with a large amount of useful equipment. So, a bunch of munitions, a missile template for a rift bomb, but I don't have the missile system installed, so I might just sell that. Bunch of scrap. Cool. Yeah, active missile template, so it's a little weird that it's because it's a whole other system. You can't get it started very easily without the proper shop as well. But ignore shield creates subspace breaches. So yeah, so subspace breaches are like a different mechanic. So instead of just breaches, which are holes that drain oxygen from a room and do damage, a subspace breach is demonic. So it starts summoning enemy demons on the ship, or whichever ship has the subspace breach. So that could be a way to attrition the enemy crew by summoning horrific entities that they then have to fight off. It's cool. Again, I don't play around with it depending on specific weapons and abilities that do this, as well as weapon templates and stuff like that. But I have gotten weapons that create more breaches, different types of breaches. It's just something to keep in mind. I think I really would upgrade my ship normally, but I want a bunch of scrap to show off these shops. Another event. I don't see a ship. You encounter a slave ship bearing the markings of the death cults. Hail them. Oh gosh, am I have to buy it? Can I threaten them? The commander of the slave ship responds, "These machine men are poorly suited for our rituals. We would be willing to sell them at a discount." It's just the husks. Purchase one of these machine men for 15 scrap. Decline or attack the slaver scum. Because I want it for free. Not the harsh, the grim dark universe actually would be fairly normal. You ready your weapons. And they have a chest, and it's a bunch of ghouls. Immune to poison, might revive as a torso. Horrible repair and door break speed, very slow. So yeah, they die to fire because they're stuck in the fire rooms for longer. It's pretty great. Cannot man systems or extinguish at all. Yeah, there's some very clear counters to some enemy types. Fire up against the zombies. It's pretty much just this guy. So that's what's great. I teleport into his room, teleport him back to us, and immediately we burn him down. Let's see. Okay, teleport him back. Okay, and have 2 people. Not the best. Let me see if I, no, but it's in the doors, so I don't want to mess with that. Just kill the guy. And then I can just board kill off the little ghouls, super weak. Yeah. They shouldn't do much at all. Dead. Alright, so then should be able to take the rest out quite easily. There we go. I didn't need to take extra damage just walking through that. Okay, they're good. Oh, right. I don't really need a dodge. Load them in. And take out the chest. Nice. Crew breaks open the container. The prisoner inside escapes back to your ship. Freed a scavenger. Okay. Raider outlaw. So it's not even the machine men advertised before. Extracts vaults instantly. Breaks doors at 1,000% speed. So this guy's a thief. Pretty cool. Make use of that. So I could just keep him in the assault sled. Yep, burn through the enemy crew very quickly. Killed them all for 33 scrap. Scan the aftermath, no survivors. No extra freed slaves. All right. Save the stations. Okay, so do I... Gosh. I think I need some power. Darn it. I guess I'll see once I get there. Loadouts. Right, so it's gonna be... Yeah. This outlaw gets a good weapon, so his break speed goes up even higher. Drop him into the treasure room immediately. It's instantly if he's attacking it. If he's, I guess, is if I have to teleport him there and there's still a guard, he might not be able to break it instantly, but it would be great. It would be great if it did, but I feel like that's maybe too strong. So, all right. Yeah, keep him there. And let's see if I can keep getting more equipment. It's just so fun outfitting my little action figures. You arrive at what appears to be the base of a small smuggling operation. They wish to offload some of their goods. Okay, well, yeah, I don't have a missile system. Yeah, it's just more weapons. Templates for the system I don't have. So, might as well. And, so yeah, I mean, really, you try to get more weapons to break through shields, but it's also fun to outfit your boarding team. Power hammer, more DPS. You get even more 3 DPS against targets with over 100 max HP. So yeah, there's some very large enemies, and so this suddenly negates a bunch of that. You just have to make sure that they're teamed up against that enemy. They're not facing a unit, right, that nullifies the effect. So it's some very specific micro. Then combat knife, 1 DPS, very cheap. 2 scrap, that's all pretty much nothing. And then the blessed machine cannon, 1 DPS, 3 DPS in large rooms, plus another 3 DPS against demonic enemies, and attacks slightly damage nearby enemies for splash damage, but you move slower, so you don't want to take extra ranged hits escaping, but very interesting. Yeah, do I even want these other weapons? Really nice. Double hits. And this is I believe this is essentially the burst laser Mark II. 3 shots for 2 power, right? But no, I want to play around with these. Kind of stupid. I can still afford it. Just 3 power. 1 shot, 2 shot. More power. Well, if I'm teleporting enemies over here, I actually want really strong doors. So this, keep all of my systems activated. I know I could be shuffling it a bit better, but just something I can do. Okay, so I already have, yeah, vault guy. I can keep on doing this. Right. I guess I can jump in. I guess my character can jump in against the big targets. And then, yeah, he doubles down on breaking and sabotaging. While these guys, yeah, try to get a bunch of people in a large room. Okay. Yeah, so this guy defends the shield room, but if they teleport randomly, I mean, I don't know, I might be able to make that work. Okay. Anything else? Do I just want... No, I think that's okay. So yeah, my tactics revolve around my commander screwing with enemy crew. War cult ship primes its weapons and moves in on your position. Oh no. All right, I'm still taking some damage, so you don't want to do that every time. So yeah, 3 DPS large rooms, I imagine, are the 2x2s. It specifies like medium rooms. Those would be the 1x2s. These, and then of course you have small rooms, several places like here, where it's just a 1x1 tile. So there are, yeah, there's some tactics towards like where you teleport, where you board. Okay, and whoop. There you go. Right. There you go. I could still mess with them this way. Dead. It is DPS. Maybe I shouldn't. He's taking too much damage. Why even worry about it? Okay, doors are super powered. Berserker. He's not gonna be able to. If he's moving in the wrong direction. Okay. Really doing this unnecessarily. Super dead. There you go. Crew's killed. 41. Ugh. And you don't even have to fire a shot, really. But yeah, I definitely took a lot of hits there. It shows you a little preview of how much health you can recover. So you don't want to do that every time. But it really just becomes this specialized playstyle. You approach the Stargate. There you go. technical. So yeah, you have like neutral, neutral, about as good as as peaceful as it gets. War zone for a lot more fights, and exclusion zones, which are even more dangerous. Extra threats. Yeah, regions battered by violent subspace rift. So going to be a lot of demon portals emerging. Region controlled by the Technocult. So it's going to be a bunch of mecha units. They tend to not take as much suffocation damage if that's a part of your build. Then a desolate sector. Desolate expanses on the fringes of Imperial space. I mean, just like bandits, a couple of random events, but kind of want, yeah, the Technocult. I want a place that has civilization so that I can break open their vaults with my guy. You arrive at a Technocult-controlled sector. The priests of the machine cult are defined by their pursuit of knowledge and rationality above all else, though some may say many of their kind have taken these ideas too far. All hail the Omnissiah and the Toasters. So yeah, basically that. Weapons dealer. I'm just interested in more equipment for my crew. Modules. Not really interested in either. Maybe I could use a system. Doesn't really matter. I'll probably go along the outer edge here for more combat encounters. Machine Shrine, I kind of forget. You can get little bonuses or try to tailor your run towards whatever shrine you pray at. A Technocult vessel is transporting an unusual cargo container. You attempt to conceal yourself within a dust cloud, lest they see you as a threat. Unfortunately, you are unable to avoid detection. The machine priests quickly power up their weapons and move in to engage. Did somebody say a treasure chest? Okay. They have a missile system. That sucks. And yeah, I can bust down their doors, but... Alright. Yeah. Bunch of husks. I could try to get more people there. Teleport. See about teleporting them over to me. Actually. All right, there we go. And back. And here I go. Ah, damn it. Yeah, I don't want the husk to deal with that on his own. So, make it 2-on-1. Why did the doors open there? Yeah, they're trying to go for my systems. I think that's them shooting missiles at me. Okay, is that just ion damage? And not too bad. Yeah, they don't... Their low health means they don't take a lot of damage. Okay, right. Could forget about this treasure chest. Instantly looted. Ooh, an assault shield. Very cool. Ah. Oh, right. Okay. Dang it. It took a hull damage from that. Okay. Yeah, I didn't need to take that damage. Oh, shit. Yep, this is why I should have... neutralized some of their weapons. Okay. Ugh. Are there's some crew there still, right? Right, I'm not dodging anything. Oh, God. Oh, it's Ion. Fuck. Okay, I can take out your weapons. Yeah, I took way too much damage. There you are. Somebody here. All it took. Okay. Well, that was stupid, but I played around too much. You collect what you can from the remains. Choose one. Psychic Shriek for a stun. Yeah. And two scrap, not great. A pulverizer, more equipment. DPS, more DPS in small rooms. Extra damage to nearby enemy systems on kills. Okay. Yes. More equipment. Yeah, a lot of unnecessary hits there. Alright, crew damage wasn't too bad. Shouldn't have taken the hits. But yeah, Assault Shield reduces enemy DPS by 1. And you get 2 more DPS. That's crazy. So, that'd be good for him. Now I don't feel he's not in as much danger. So you got that. DPS in small rooms. That's pretty much my guy. But so yeah, I can teleport into little one-spot rooms, kill whoever's there, keep doing that over and over. Meanwhile, I can have my enforcers be good against larger targets, big rooms, and then I just kind of have this extra weapon. I bought it for 2 scrap. I'm okay. Cool. Let's see. More shields. Okay, I think I wasted a little scrap there. You observe a technical vessel driven away by a well-armed outpost. Despite being damaged from the encounter, it turns towards you and opens fire. Yes. Ooh, alright. No treasure chest. I could try to teleport a bunch of people into a 2x2 room. So yeah, no chest to loot. And you can load them up as soon as they're in the room. You don't have to wait for them to settle onto a tile. Okay. Into the missile room. Oh, you go over here. Alright, so I have a bunch of damage in large rooms. Yep, look at that. Holy, eviscerated them. The enemy crew's been killed. Search for the remains. Find a few useful items. It's even less scrap. So this is like some level of randomness here that means you don't have to worry about killing the enemy crew every time. Very low health, so we want to get them out of there. But yeah, that's how fast a fight can go with the right team and equipment. No shots fired. Nope, just keep saving up for another level of shields. Ooh, some buff dudes. You drop in at the next jump point and are confronted by a pirate vessel. Their ship appears to be loaded with cargo collected from their former victims. Treasure chest? But yeah, these are giant gene soldiers. Super weak to suffocation if you can make it happen, but usually don't get that sort of build. A bunch of corsairs, so these guys would hurt to fight. So if possible, I'll try to... Try to disrupt their team. Yes. There we go. Disruption. And then I can get a guy in there real quick. Uh-huh. Oh, he's already here, huh? Alright. Instantly send the crew there. No. There you go. Nice. Instantly broke the vault. 36 scrap. Do I just keep trying to kill him? Okay. Or now that there's nobody on the enemy ship, well, yeah, I could try to take out missiles. Okay, so we got 2-on-1 over here. The rest are suffocating. They're very weak. Oh, I could just not be on the ship. There you go. Oh. Yep, more missiles. Yeesh. Ouch. Okay. There's the damage. I call them. Oh, we called the scavenger into vacuum. And just keep doing that. Yep. Yep, they're going to suffocate. Whoops. Oh, come on. I thought, was that the last missile before we took their system down? Yeah. Ugh. Maybe we took a few more hits than if I had just shot them. Ugh. Yeah, I'm gonna need to fix myself at a shipyard at some point. And if I keep fighting using venting crew on my ship, then I might need to... Oh, right, the oxygen replenishes on warp. That's a nice little quality of life that FTL didn't have. I believe you would just be incentivized to wait it out. Still good to have oxygen upgrades for mid-fight shenanigans. And then, yeah, the doors remain broken, so you can't just cheese that forever. When's my next... Okay, well, I will get a chance to repair. No shops for a while, so... There you go. That's another layer of shields, even though I'm really getting screwed over by missiles. Yeah, some of my crew took some hefty hits. We drop in at the next jump point and are confronted by a pirate vessel. Their ship appears to be loaded with cargo. Collect from their former victims. Chests? Okay. Combat husks. Some mean-looking guys over there. Yeah, suffocation resistance, so I'm not going to be able to cheese them quite as well. Extracts vaults instantly, right? So let me see. I'd have to break in. Then... There we go. And I'll be there. Kill him. There, okay, instantly grabbed it. Alright, and recall, because he took a lot of damage. Killing one of their combat husks. Lovely. Yep. Shouldn't be able to break through. DPS in large rooms. You're at full health. Might as well just get rid of him. There you go. So, I probably should have kept firing. Yeah, that's about as much damage as I'm okay taking for a given encounter. Now that I got the chest, take him out. Yep, on the verge of destruction. Charging warp drives. Escape, you say? No. No, you don't. Spend some time salvaging what you can from the remains. 36 scrap. Plus what I took from the chest, I kind of forget. But show me. Got more items. Whew. Okay. So. Do I need more dodge? More doors? So that I can disrupt the enemy crew even better. Ooh, it's a little probe. A wounded technicult vessel appears before you and moves into attack. New orders received. Engaging target. Very tiny group here. Okay, no chest to take, so really it's just me fucking with them. Are they gonna try to board me? Ooh. I don't want to take advantage of their troubles right now. This guy's pretty hurt. Sure. Kill them all. So yeah, the time right now where both of your guys are fighting and they're still trying to move somebody to occupy the second space, you can kill so many crew. Oh, right. I don't want to take too much deal too much damage. And there you go. Whew. You collect what you can from the remains. Choose one. The munitions I'm not using, or immunity to fire. More shenanigans. Fun. Okay. So yeah, suffocation is percentage damage. Fire, I believe, is not. And it's still just nice to have. So, yeah, immunity to fire. Yeah, just armor slots. Not a lot of people can use that. These guys already have 90% fire resistance, so my guy does not. So might as well do that, right? Yeah. Immune to fire. So again, even more incentive for pyromaniac builds. So I mean, in FTL, you had options for that with the Rockmen, right? Like, oh, they're just immune to fire. It's like, okay, but here you have options with equipment. As long as they have an armor slot, you can turn any member of your crew into an impromptu supporter of that tactic. Because, right, if my guy's too hurt for the next encounter, then I can just simply take the equipment off of him and give it to the next guy who has armor, and I can then have him sit in a fiery room. Voila, there's a versatility to this crew member item support gameplay style that I actually find compelling, and I would just need to see how it keeps up in the full game. So yeah, and then of course it's not going to be too impressive right now because I don't have a lot of weapons and systems for creating fire. But you can get like psionic abilities that create it, and plenty of weapons. So So I'm only 6 health down. So I could just keep making more machine slaves. So that they can man the systems. But nah, I'll play it a little safer. While most of the shipyard's facilities have long been abandoned, a small handful are still functional. You use them to repair your hull. What havoc shall we wreak now? There's a destroyed cultist vessel here. You were able to scavenge some protective gear from the wreck. Fetid rags. Okay, well, it sounds worse than it is. Because that's actually cool. So yeah, magic. Immune to poison, and I get 2 poison DPS from an armor. So, yeah, Nurgle build. So good opportunity there for... but yeah, I mean, you would have the best crew possibilities with as many slots as possible, so you have weapons, armor, tools to buff them for all of these. And I could send a guy in. Well, I think it's because I'm starting this demo for the first time on this new PC. But yeah, the other PC I had with the demo, there's another commander you unlock that you can play around with in the demo. That has like a hit and run style because they deal poison damage. So they walk through doors, and you can walk through, hit a single target a bunch of times, see that the poison damage is going to kill them, walk away. You can just kite them on their own ship or teleport away, right? So there's uses to like increased poison DPS, and knowing when you can leave a fight, recover your own Nurgle tanky units. And it's just good to have a unit immune to poison so that you can safely fight a Nurgle as well, even if you don't end up using it to board. Or just have it on the enforcers? Or have their DPS go up? Yeah. More DPS. So that it slightly damages nearby enemies, so... Want to apply that effect to them? Alright. Come across an abandoned munitions depot. It is in suspiciously good shape, but whatever supplies that lay within may very well be worth the risk. So, yeah. Raider, Outlaw, blue option, orange option. Search for an ambush. The raiders are unwilling to give up the munitions depot. However, you are well prepared for a fight and engage with weapons already primed and ready. Haha! Okay, so their sensors are too strong. Need another point in that. So I don't even know where to focus, but they do tend to come for you wherever you are anyways. So they'll try to fill up a room with as many fighters as possible. I just don't know exactly what their crew makeup is. So let's see if I can teleport a bunch of them onto my ship. And that does, it already does show me that they don't have a treasure chest, so just take them out the normal way. Oh, okay. Just needed, oh right, now that they're not manning the systems anymore. So, sure. Just do that. And suffocate you. And that guy will die. And I can just board you guys again. Uh-huh. Ooh. Why did he die? I don't have extra... I don't have poison damage or anything. It's sometimes it's like a weird damage application as they're leaving the room and you're attacking them one final time from the tile. A little unclear. Okay. So yeah, so the fire immunity is cool, although of course the real prize would be something like immunity to suffocation. Then you can pull off some nasty moves. And done. Crew kill, some scrap, yes. Check out the depot, bunch of missiles, and a missile template I can sell off. Look, yep, all that with barely crew damage. Lovely. Oh, they're a mercenary broker, so that's where you get some of the best equipment, while also being able to purchase some super soldiers. Ooh, I'm excited. You come upon a militia depot. They are stockpiling munitions after learning of an imminent Imperial invasion. The launch bay, just having one steal some supplies. You launch an assault sled toward the depot. The defenders are too busy with the interloping raiders to notice. You come away with a number of munitions. Ah, no scrap. Still good to just... I can maybe sell it off later, but no guarantee there. It's not... I wanted more scrap for the merchant. I'm not gonna be able to hire a new Ogren. Again, there's a destroyed transport vessel here. We're able to scavenge some munitions from the wreck. I'm not using them. It's only for that event at the very start of the run where I needed more munitions to distract the security system or whatever. So now I'm overflowing with it. Well, that sucks. Yeah, now I can only go to different merchants. Fine. I can at least sell off the missile. There's a mercenary broker here. It is always important to have a solid crew at your back. We have a set of mercenary contracts on offer. Would you like to see them? Yes. So, get rid of that. Can't just... That's only buying. I can't sell it off. Some of what I have. Alright. So what have you got? A bunch of mechas? Yeah. Combat husk. Poison and suffocation resistance, decent health, a surprising amount of, and yeah, good DPS. Could just be, well, no, wait. Yeah, I already have a machine slave if anything required a blue option for that. They have armor and weapons. Then a servo husk. Less health, damage. Yeah, just like a cheaper version. Cheaper version, it's not as weak as the completely broken down husk. So yeah, 2 combat husks, interesting. Then, more contracts here. A Flux Priest, I don't think I'd seen this. Oh hey, it's a Zoltan. Flux Priest, very weak combat strength, but not the most fragile. Increases power of a nearby friendly system by 1. Poison suffocation resistance. Cool. Explodes on death for 20 damage. Ionize a nearby system on death. Okay. Particularly adept engineers selected for upgrades to become Flux Priests. Rumors abound that it is a punishment for heretical innovations. 2 Flux Priests. Okay. And an Imperial Enforcer. Another big guy. For armor and weapon combat. Ooh. Cool. 5 HP for 5 scrap. And then Cathedral Ward. Enemy DPS cannot exceed 2. There's some enemies that deal a lot of damage, so pretty cool there. And HP, move a lot slower. Okay. Then the Thirsting Glaive. 1 DPS, another DPS in a size 2 room. And then on a kill, you get 10 life back. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Okay. Sell for 1. To just get rid of all of my ship weapons would be a little silly. But I can only buy 1 thing. And it's probably gonna be that. Darn it. Yeah, I've got plenty of weapons as it is. Small rooms. Yeah. I have extra tool slots? I don't. So. So, kinda just the glaive and the armor. So who might need this? Yeah, not a lot of enemies with over 100 health. So because of this disruption that I'm doing, I'm not actually fighting in small rooms. I still feel like it's good for me to get that. And then you got that. Door breaking, sabotaging. Have you to try to heal up? Maybe that'll do. Or maybe I'm not using them enough. Small rooms. You would just do that for, yeah, 1x1 room teleports, so. Kind of using these guys in larger rooms, big targets. Oh, yeah, I don't think I've been even using his shields to save my ship from some damage. But okay. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Getting caught up in the little equipment customization. Things I'm not even gonna probably use. Okay, so Death Cult means some tanky poison users. Then the Exclusion Zone. So yeah, Violent Subspace Rifts. Not a fan of either of these. I guess this is where I'm gonna be making sure, because there's some giant Death Knight, Nurgle champion looking guys. So those guys will have the 100 plus health. They're real nasty, but okay. You arrive at a sector besieged by the Cult of Death. Once hidden within the apothecaries and meta-guilds of Imperial Society, these craven individuals have shed all pretense and now openly proclaim their allegiance to the Death God. Yes. Bone Shrine. You get some, you get a pretty hefty debuff for this. But, okay. Ugh. So yeah, I know that you just pledge your legions at a shrine in hope of getting more drops of that type, like more Nurgles and stuff. A cometary ice mining operation is emitting a distress signal. Investigate. The miners are nowhere to be found, but you encounter trace quantities of frozen blood. A strangely colored jet suddenly shoots out from one of the mining pits before impacting your ship. You quickly return aboard to find bizarre creatures rampaging through the decks. Intruders. Ew. These little guys you can kill real quickly. Okay, so patch up the breaches. Should be able to kill these things nearly instantly. Ew. Okay, well, can't swap out my equipment. Right, Husk is okay there. Okay, you try to fix that up while you guys deal with that. Okay. Try to fix these up real quick. Ugh. Gone and gone. Oh, just teleported to another part of the ship. Yuck. So yeah, just had to deal with the threats for no gain. Unvisited node with an asteroid field detected. I'm just gonna try to get more scrap, I think. You are hailed by a decrepit vessel. They offer you payment to help them deliver a shipment of life-saving medicine to a distant Hab colony. Yes, nothing fishy about this at all. You are transferred a great quantity of vials containing a sickly colored fluid and given the coordinates for the delivery. Here is half the payment now. The rest of the payment after safe delivery. Uh-huh. Bunch of scrap and a combat shield. Reducing enemy DPS by 1 and I deal 1 more. Coordinates added to the map. Seems legit. Okay. And I'm enjoying this enemy crew teleportation a bit too much. More tools. Reduce, yeah, the only people with more tool space, just the husk, so that'll help keep them alive a little bit. Kills restore life, huh? I guess I should reverse it. I'm actually staying in the captain's room. Then I can... Deal damage there. Yeah. I guess I'll just hold on to this in case I get another crew member. Would like to make use of all the weaponry here. Dang it. No. Okay. The shops are way down the line. Oh no! If I get the quest, then I'm not getting the mercenaries. Oh well. I mean, it's a pretty obvious trap for the quest, but I mean, as long as I'm paid, I don't particularly care. Maybe get more weapons at this point, because there are going to be ships that are too nasty to board, or times where my crew is going to be too damaged to do my usual tactics. So probably want to save that up. You detect anomalous subspace fluctuations. They are emanating from a death cult vessel. Ugh. Oh gosh, are they gonna... Should I just preemptively attack them? Otherwise they're gonna do something. The subspace distortions subside as you move in to attack the death cult vessel. Okay. That's a lot of weapons. It's a bunch of husks. And the death cultists. Oh wait, they're all weak. Uh-huh. So... yeah, I'll just kill you in a tiny room. Right? Oh no, I kept him with the DPS on high health targets. Oh well. Kill them all? Well, there you go. Easy with low health enemies. Enemy crew killed, remains, items, yes, yes. Whew. 135. Systems module crew contracts. I do have a lot of scrap right now. Okay. Look at these death guards, yeah. Jesus. Your ship drops back into real space in front of a small merchant caravan. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Ooh. Auto surgeon. Activate to heal all friendly crew in the room. So yeah, healing, crew care, very limited in this game because of how much it is emphasized as a playstyle. So yeah, this is like you get a one-time heal per jump, which is still huge. But yeah, you do not get an infinite medbay. The advanced automatic surgical system is able to work miraculous medical feats, but high dependency on precision manufacturing means poor operational availability. And then the husk rack, constructing biomechanical worker husks. Cool. And a lot to sell there. More modules. Oh, right. So the modules are the augments, little passives, essentially. So, Shredder payload. Assault sleds fired from the launch base deal 15 to 50 damage to enemy crew in the target room. That's pretty crazy. Seal of Cerberus. Call upon a demonic hound. So, you just get a one of these on your crew, which is kind of funny because I'm teleporting the enemy crew onto my ship. So yeah, I mean, I imagine if it dies, it eventually resummons itself. Because it wouldn't make sense the augment to like become useless. So one-time summon. So I kind of want oh man, there's so many of these I want to play with. Splinter bombs. Friendly crew gain 3 DPS when fighting in the vacuum. I don't have enough suffocation protection for that. But potential. Instead of a machine slave, yeah, just to get a machine priest on the crew for blue options, that might be good. So that plus... I mean, I could do boarding every encounter if I got that. That's crazy. Yep, 95. Exactly enough. You've reached the maximum number of subsystems, max 4. If you install the subsystem... Oh, it's not even... I don't even have to power it. Okay. If you install this subsystem, you will not be able to install any additional subsystems. Do you wish to proceed? Yes. And then... Oh, right. This is another difference from FTL. You are able to pick what rooms get what systems and subsystems. So... You can... yeah, you can focus on smaller, bigger rooms. I feel like you, yeah, heal all friendly crew in the room, so you want the biggest 2x2 rooms possible. Okay. There you have it. So, yep, it's just a med bay. So, yep, one of those every jump, 1 capacity. HP heal speed for 4 HP a second, and it lasts for 6. Okay, so it's not a full heal. Yeah, it's 24, but that's still a lot. Cool. And yeah, I can fit 4 people here. Oh, look at the little doggy running around in my... Look at this demon hound running around my ship. Whew. Okay. Oh, can't wait to play around with this. All right, so yeah. So I can have you there. These guys be my boarding crew. This guy heals on kills, can help him sustain. All right. And then, yeah, just hopefully, if somebody boards, send my leader to protect the engineer. Pretty good. All right. You encounter a damaged Death Cult vessel. They begin powering their weapons. Okay. Hmm. No. No treasure chest? That's alright. Murder eyes. And... oh, wait, I still have him with the... yeah, not damage up in small rooms. Whoops. Right. Instantly. Oh. Alright, so the dog's immune to suffocation. So I can benefit from this. Yep. Here we go. Already killed that one. Lovely. That's... oh, just one more husk. All right. This is crazy. Yeah, we'll probably see what happens when the dog dies to all of the enemy crew I keep bringing over. But I mean, demon dog should be good. Okay, I'm gonna swap this because I'm actually able to kind of utilize small space. Right. Yeah, I have to go this way for the quest. I'm getting another husk. The dog slowly heals. You encounter a blood cult ship under attack by an Imperial patrol vessel. Attack the ship, leave the cultists to their fate, which just do nothing. I need scrap. Our weapons, engage the ship in battle. Ooh, a lot of recruits. Some commandos, immune to suffocation. Nice. Yeah, this is a hefty team. But... I mean, hopefully... so yeah, hopefully I can take out some of the worst of it. And regen with my guy. Alright. So the other guy's immune to suffocation. Ouch. Okay, well that's just warning me that the hound's low on health. These guys are actually fine. Oh, the dog automatically escapes. Ouch. Okay, Scavenger's taking a lot of hits. Ugh. All right. Yeah. Oh, nice. Right, the damage in large rooms. Okay, just do this again. Right, you die to suffocation, and then you regen on damage. Oh, whoops. Ah, shit. Okay, no, that's still ion missiles. Ugh. All right. Collect what you can from the remains. Choose one. 49 scrap or a fire suit and 22 scrap. Okay, so I'm paying 27 scrap for a piece of equipment, essentially. Ah, fun, but I'm not using enough fire to make use of that, so I actually do want the scrap. The cultists curtly acknowledge your help before jumping out. Oof. Okay, so right, took a shit ton of damage. And there we go. So yeah, you could still do this in the middle of a pitched combat, but let me see. Yeah, friendly crew. Can I upgrade that? Ooh, well there we go. Okay, another charge for jump, and it becomes stronger. Yes? Well, let me see. Wait, I'm not about to... Yeah, no shops for a little while. So... Is that going to be a... Is that going to apply right now? Nice, it is! Instantly able to do more. I can't tell the dog to go there. Okay, well... Yeah, cannot be controlled. Wow! Okay, I can be so much riskier now. Instantly get another charge and power for it. Can upgrade my sensors so I can see what I'm sending my guys into. I actually have... Oh, right, I forgot, it's a subsystem, so I actually have extra power now. Okay. This is great. I didn't get to play around. I only saw this in a shop. I wasn't able to buy it the first time. So, yeah, nope, my injuries are great. Hull's great. Just extra husks. Okay, and keep them safe on the other side here. So you don't get double teamed. Huh. You arrive to see a devastated planet in front of you. An Imperial flotilla is holding station in orbit, high over the smoking ruins of the surface colonies. Oh, Engine 3 barely upgraded it. Quickly loot and leave. Your upgraded engines allow you to quickly enter a nearby wreck field. A few Imperial warships notice you and begin accelerating towards your position. Fortunately, they are unable to enter weapon range before you secure some valuables and escape. Smother is Psi ability. Yeah, psychic ability to instantly extinguish nearby fires, create toxic gas. Yeah, Nurgle build. Since I'm not... I only have the one person who could put equipment on to become immune to the gas. It's just a way to damage myself. And I don't have the slots for more psychic abilities. 68 scrap is way nicer, though. I could sell the... You can also sell the abilities. Okay, and yeah, still no need for all of these weapons. So, to the quest, yeah, might as well have the shops as, no shops here, so more? Wow, this is insane. I can get a little bit, get more dodge. Then 54. Just go all the way? You arrive at the delivery destination, an Imperial orbital hab colony. Suddenly, you're intercepted by a local system defense patrol vessel. They ask if you have any cargo to declare before they inspect your ship. Declare medication, proceed to the inspection, refuse the inspection. I don't really have good options for this. Declare it. Do I just fight them anyways? We have become aware of cases where death cultists have been approaching passing starships to spread their blight under the guise of delivering medication. Submit your cargo for inspection. I'll fight you for it. Then we shall take it by force. Okay. A bunch of husks. And one inspector. That's not good. For you. Right, I could just take on the big guy. They got some nice weapons. You shall die. Really? Where are you going? Okay. An interesting choice. All right, the shields are down. I can take out their weapons. Oh, they actually... Ah, they perfectly got all of my shields. Okay. Oh, it's the dog. And done. Enemy crew's been killed, remains, find a few items. You offload your cargo at the Hab colony, whereupon the Lord Governor issues you the remainder of your payment. You have saved me a lot of work by getting rid of that pesky militia ship. He was in on it. Okay. Lovely, and yeah, it's the dog that just takes a lot of damage because I can't tell him to heal. All right. That's insane! Yep. All of my permanent crew can just instantly top themselves up. Wow. What to do with all this scrap? Just instantly go for the next level of shields? I could start being able to send more people over. Sure, I'll do a little bit of all of that. So now send 3. Corrupt cruiser? You encounter a death cult hauler. It may be transporting valuable cargo. I can see it right there. Instant ability use. Gotcha. So I can send you there. Yep. Send you into a small room and I eviscerate your husks. Or not husks, ghouls. And here we go. Instantly extracted. 42 scrap. Oh. Yeah, they're not going to be able to send the ghouls fast enough. Well. Light on fire. Break through the doors. I'm just gonna send a guy in there. Well, there you go. Dead. Whew. Yep, we killed them so fast they couldn't deal damage to the crew. So. Oof. Yep, not really a way I can bait the dog over there to get healed, unfortunately. Got a lead light with a little trail of doggy treats to the room. Okay, 103. Yep. So just that, and then I start getting more reactor power. What a build. You happen upon a death cult vessel lying in wait within the toxic subspace clouds. It powers up its weapons and lurches towards your ship. I'm going to board and punch that sorcerer in the face. Uh-huh. Oh, right. Yeah, the hazards. We're gonna slowly get poisoned. Okay, all dead. Recall. Ugh. Send them back to their post. Get you out of there. Ugh. Well, we took very little damage. Oh, right. I can't really heal because I don't want to spend more time here. Dodge chance. I feel like, yeah, I might as well just have them prepped already. And I can just warp. You approach the Stargate. To the next war cult. Fighting, fighting, fighting! The Maw, a great and terrible subspace maelstrom. I want even more demons to fight. More subspace, the large regions of space, swallowed whole by subspace rifts. The Infernal Sea. Well, sounds very interesting, honestly. But I feel like I'm so good at boarding. There's more people to fight, but they're also good at fighting, so maybe that I'd face some nasty units as well. You get like some champions. A great and terrible maelstrom. Yeah, you know what? No, I'll try something a little different. Sure. To the Maw. And this is where I die, because my build is good for crews and not for demons. You re-enter real space on the threshold of the vast stellar body known as the Maw, a supermassive rift storm named for its insatiable consumption of celestial bodies. It is whispered that the Maw, in its ruthless digestion of realities, occasionally regurgitates remnants of civilizations rich in forgotten technologies and invaluable artifacts. Huzzah! Yeah, hopefully it regurgitates something I can actually fight. Oh, like this. Osiris. I'll teleport. Yeah, because you always know, this is what makes it such a good boarding for this guy. Just be good in small rooms. You know you can teleport to the pilot every time. Technocult ship emerges from a nearby rift storm, begins shooting. Poison still on us. Ooh, they have a missile. Okay. Crew blocked. Uh-huh. Murderize all of them. Okay. You collect what you can for the remains. Choose one. That's, yeah, way more scrap. I mean, I can't use this. And I'm pretty sure if I sold it, it wouldn't be worth more than, yeah, 40, 50 amount there. So, sorry. Ooh, it's a guaranteed fire. That's fun if I had the system. For all those missiles I have, then I could make use of my fire suit, but sorry. Okay. Let's get everybody healed up there. Uh-huh. At this point, maybe I should just have Have them here. Yeah, and they're all saved at these stations. Okay. So yeah, not a lot of shops for a while. I could, I don't know, I could try to do something to make use of these like 50 missiles. Okay. Well, no, that would be a better shop to do it. Okay. Yeah, a lot of random encounters here for combat chances. Okay, 4th layer of shielding. And then... evasion, life support. Still haven't built up weapons in a while because my crew is so good at murdering. You're passing through a vast asteroid field spanning the region when you happen upon a derelict shipyard. Preliminary scans indicate this facility possesses an unusually high level of automation. Okay, gonna fight a machine cult. Investigate. Innumerable asteroid impacts have rendered the entire facility beyond salvage. You move on. Random chance. Unvisited node with an ion storm. Ugh. Okay. Nope. Oh, right. I mean, so first off, I think this is going to be my first possessed ship of this run. Showcase it. But otherwise, yeah, in case anybody's noticing, the FTL veterans would see that, oh, right, there's no fuel. So it's an entire mechanic on resource balancing that I don't have to worry about needing to scavenge or purchase more fuel to make more jumps. And no chance of the FTL scenario where you run out of fuels, you're stuck on a spot, and you have to fight off the rebels chasing you. You have to set in a distress beacon to hopefully get not get totally ripped off by whatever emergency event gets you more fuel, right? So it's, you know, so there are pros and cons to removing that mechanic entirely, where you just streamline it. It's like, I really just want people to focus on combat encounters, the random events, and that happen, right? Like, I can appreciate that, and it is different, makes it different than FTL through the exclusion of some of its resources. Just worrying about this. And even now, I'm really just worrying about missiles. There's no, drones, other things. It's all subsystem charges per jump sort of deal. So it's streamlined in that sense. So yeah, tear back into real space and are greeted by a possessed vessel. It suddenly turns its guns on you. So this is where I'm a little weakened because, yeah, I don't have strong anti-suffocation. So I would have to deal damage through weapons to fight this, and my crew would take damage from suffocation if they were to board. I would have to send enough people to fight that dog, and the best person might be an engineer. The combat will be difficult, but less suffocation damage because of resistance. Okay. Sure, but we can out heal a lot of this. Yeah, it's a lot of damage here. 4 people destroying, and then break through the shields while okay, scavenger there. Right. Oh yeah, right, he's particularly good at sabotage. Yep, we're gonna get... Going to get the subspace tears and demons start coming in. Okay, I'm getting out of there. Some healing. Youch. Ooh, okay. Mm-hmm. Good. That's healed off the suffocation damage. Could get them back in there if it were a worse situation. Okay, so take out the demon heart for regenerating, your ability to summon. Jeez. Oh, I can still recall when they're in the sled. There we go. A few intact cargo containers are visible in the aftermath. 82 scrap. The subspace maelstrom subsides. All right. Let's see. Oh, okay, that's a little weird. So, get them a little bit of healing. All right, let's get out of here. Yeah, this is normal difficulty. You start steamrolling pretty hard. More charges, more autopiloting. Okay. Give me more equipment! You approach a small outpost. While the exclusion zones are ostensibly a deserted sector of space, numerous enterprising outcasts, nevertheless, manage to eke out a living from vessels wandering the region. Hey, investigate. The metallic hull of the outpost suddenly seems to twist and bend. The outpost splits open, the outer casing peeling away like petals. Ah, it's the outpost blooming season. Nothing else happens. Several hundred frozen corpses float out and away from the ruptured outpost. You move on. There's some good, even the events of the nothing events, there's some good grim dark flavor, even though I sure wish I'd gotten to do something there. Okay. Yeah, do I actually go to the ordnance merchant? Just shamans? I don't have enough. Yeah, there's no sense in me going for psyker skills. You arrive in system and immediately find yourself in the middle of a massive battle between the Imperial Armada and the war fleets of the infernal cults. Imperial citizen, request Imperial assistance. Even though I turn tail based on complete whims of random chance, whatever events allow me to side with Imperials and whatnot. I'm not really sure if again, in the final product, there's anything about probably achievements or something of unlocking for like actually sticking through with the Imperials, or maybe there's a greater reputation thing. I don't know. Otherwise, I mean, it's okay to just grab whatever unique results that you have from equipment and I think I've seen it. Yeah, some systems, subsystems, equipment, crew, unlocking choices with better results. So I mean, that's okay. Although it would be nice if there was something to reward loyalty, perhaps. with the different factions. One member of your crew is familiar with Imperial protocols and invokes a special request for non-combatant protection. A few of the smaller Imperial vessels dutifully respond and surround your vessel, expecting your vessel to be transporting critical supplies or an important noble. Pressured by their command to act in haste, they fail to ascertain your vessel's provenance and begin escorting you out of battle. One by one, your escort falls victim to long-range fire from their cultist enemies. However, they persevere in their duty. The last of the corvette sacrifices itself to defend your vessel at the edge of attack range. You salvage some materials from the tumbling wreckage before continuing on your way. So what an asshole. Survival in the grim dark. I kind of want to save up to see if I can get an actual weapon. Yeah, the ships are about to be close to maxed out. You come across an Imperial warship locked in combat with an unknown enemy. You consider getting involved, but a quick glance at your console shows high level of toxic gases flooding the area. Ah, the death cultists! Such subspace-infused toxins ignore the laws of reality and cannot be fully protected against by conventional means. Any sort of ship-to-ship action here would be exceedingly dangerous. I mean, yeah, the unknown enemy shooting toxins out. Try to help the Imperial ship or attack the Imperial ship. I have enough healing that I think I can do it. You fire a few shots in the direction of the Imperial ship's mysterious assailant. Unfortunately, visibility is poor and your long-range sensors have been going haywire with strange interference. No, did I need more sensors? Clouds of toxic gases seem to grow thicker. A few minutes pass and both the Imperial ship and its attacker disappear into the fog. You try searching for them, but it is no use. You are alone. Oh, really? I get another nothing event? I wanted to help, or I wanted to do something. Oh, really? You're under attack by a demonically corrupted starship. Also, Mr. Bones. Dear God! Okay. There's a... Immune to poison, suffocation, DPS limited to 3. Comes a carcass on death, moves very slowly, cannot man repair or extinguish. Nasty. Alright, I can, get that really quick. And yeah, the dog's fetching a bone. Ship should die almost instantly. Okay, let's kill this thing real quick. Yeah, limited to 3 damage, but I'm killing, doing 12 DPS to a 50 health enemy. Alright. Retrieves the storage vault, suffocating. Okay, suffocation is horrific. Oh. Ouch. Alright. If that's I don't know. That's not really good. I can heal it. Need to deal damage to the shields. Single person repairing. Ouch. Okay, get that back. Ugh, all right. Got a good hit in there. Okay, yeah, when that thing hits us, it summons, I believe. So, send my crew back there. All right. Pretty weak. Why can't I go there? Oh, jeez, I'm not... Oh, right. Is that the dog taking up the space? Load again. Okay, I can try to take out their dodge chance. This is weird. Okay, just take him out. Okay, good. Try not to get lazy and have my crew die. All right. Oh no, they ion my weapons. Okay. Yeah, I couldn't enter that room for some reason. No, the dog! They'll be back. There we go. Ugh. Amid the wreckage is a handful of intact cargo containers. Some contain useful material. Subspace maelstrom subsides. Ugh, okay. And then, yeah, we'll just murderize this guy. Ah, gross. Okay. Healing. Hopefully the dog comes back next jump. Ugh. Move speed super debuffed. Healing, beautiful. Huh. Yeah, it must be something about the assault sled or something that doesn't let me move a guy there. 272 scrap, oh my gosh. All right. A little bit of everything. Huh. Ooh. Another one. Yuck. The Hungerer. Okay, don't let him get little kills on... Yeah, if you had like a Husk army or whatever, a bunch of disposable boarding crew, then this thing would we get crazy damage buffs, but 35 health means I should just kill it. A wrecked starship idles in the distance. It seems to be suffering from some sort of supernatural corruption. You have little time to consider this as the ship soon activates its weapons and target locks your vessel. Ah, really? Oh, man. Hey, can't really... Yeah, I have to bust through the shields. I can't start in a 2x2. Yeah. Dead. And then disable their missiles and their shields. That's pretty good. Good. Great. Shields are completely down. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. You guys handle that. Get some healing. And a single volley should get him, unless you miss. All right. You identify a few intact cargo containers among the wreckage. The maelstrom subsides. There's some randomness there. I've gotten like 70 plus, 80 plus from some of these sectors, but sometimes you roll low as well. Yep, just gonna keep going along the top ridge here. More dodge. Your sensors detect a civilian vessel being pursued by an Imperial Crusade ship. The Crusade ship is closing fast. So, I mean, yeah, it's just some of these you don't really get to choose, like, I will help the civilian, I will help the Imperial, I will help that. Sometimes it's like, I choose to do nothing, maybe, and then you maybe can only help the one side. But, so I don't know, it could just be a few better options locked away that I can't even try it. I'm not sure, just... Again, if it ever comes up that there's something about which factions you end up helping for an entire run, that's the only reason why I bring it up. You move in to intercept the Crusade ship. They exclaim, "Get out of our way, you fool! The witches aboard that ship are about to unleash an incomprehensible evil." As if on cue, a sorcerous light explodes out of the civilian ship and obliterates the Imperial Crusaders. Lightning envelops the region, and the foul creatures of subspace begin materializing on your deck. The civilian ship turns around to attack. Okay, we got a big guy. So I'm going to teleport him onto my ship. I haven't had to do that for a while. Okay. So... yeah, I'll just begin the assault. Okay. Yeah, fighting that Death Knight is gnarly. And I think... oh, no. Yeah, he can make toxic gas. I was worried about whether he can deal toxic damage. I should probably... oh, ugh, gross. I kind of want to get out of there, then. So yeah, just recover a little bit. Right. Kill that momentarily. Yes, 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 it is the dog. I'm sorry. Okay, meanwhile, you go there. Uh-oh. Yeah, I should get rid of their healing. Oh, there he is. Crew blocked. Okay. Nope. Okay. It's dead. Scavenger is very low on health. Yeah, I mean, I need to start healing. Basically have him, though. So... Shoot. There we go. Oh, come on. Got everything. Just 5 damage. Just kill that asshole. Ugh. Okay. You collect what you can from the remains. Choose 1. 2 fleshy reagents, so consumable to create 9 fleshlings. Just flood the enemy ship. Or a husk. More machine slaves. Wait, yeah, is that that's my reward for the entire event? Yeesh. Randomness. Okay. Lovely. So, where to put the husks? Just, yeah, keep them guarding here. Maybe over there. Okay. 67. Okay, I want to start saving up for that shop. You find your ship under fire from a malformed cult vessel. Its crew is dead, yet some fiendish force allows it to continue functioning. All right. Skeleton and a hound. All right. Oh, nice. An instantly bored missile room. Destroy. And start destroying the shields. Yeah, this ship is not very strong on its interior. And that should be more than enough. Nice. Ouch. Why? Ugh. Yeah, I think there's something about the dog needing to have a spot available to move. Maybe that's reserving it. Whew. 70 scrap. Maelstrom subsides. Lovely. Oh, the dog's taking up the spot in the assault sled. Oh, nice. He got some healing on accident. Okay. There we go. More scrap. Scrap for the scrap god. You find yourself trapped within the currents of a large rift storm. Violent waves of subspace energy batter your ship to and fro for what seems like an eternity. Eventually, the storm subsides and your ship comes to a stop. In front of you is the dilapidated hull of a gigantic spacecraft. There's something deeply unsettling about the ship. Let's take it out, gang. Into the Space Hulk. You board the ship and manage to retrieve an intact psychogram from the center of a large shrine. Oh, I get a spell use of Burden. Cast a projectile that slows hostile units in a target area for 10 seconds. Yeah. I could see combos where you use it with fire and breaching to take a ship down while the crew can't respond as well. And obviously movement speed against borders, you could kite them, but yeah, this is like a lot of... An entire event for just that is a little disappointing. Unfortunately, removing the psychogram triggers some sort of infernal mechanism. Dark energy swirls out from the shrine. You retreat back to your ship as the Hulk begins to collapse. Oh, okay, event continues. The outer superstructure of the Hulk has fallen away, revealing a smaller ship within. The new ship conjures a storm of infernal lightning, which sears your hull and impregnates it with foul creatures. You manage to get your weapons online just as it opens fire. Oh no. Yeah. What a description, though. So if it were a higher difficulty, sucks that I took one damage, and then yeah, I got a bloat mic to kill. Damages a nearby system on death, spawns gas on death, no poison or suffocation. Okay. And meanwhile, okay, a chromic monitor. Ship's super weak. I could kill that with a boarding crew nearly instantly. Okay, yes. Yep. And there you go. Okay, get out of there. Destroy the shields. Yep, suffocation. Recall. Got a breach. Repair speed. Oh no, that's bad. Why can't I repair? Huh. I guess it hadn't come up. Something about... Am I gonna have to change a setting? Precise crew movement? Let me see. Uh-huh. So I can tell them to go there. But I can't tell. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Got a code error? What the? Error? Okay. And the game crashed. Well, sucks about that. I was really enjoying where that run was going, but I mean, that's the first time I'd seen that error. So, yeah. That, I don't know. Something about that spot on the ship, something about the systems, or because of the dog trying to take up a spot, a tile or something. That's the first time I yeah, that game has given me an error like that. So don't know what to say about like stability and all that, but otherwise, I mean, I was enjoying that run. That was a different playstyle with that teleporter, and otherwise it, aside from that lucky equipment grab, I had very little means of ship-to-ship combat, and it was really just all boarding and being able to heal them with that auto dock system. So I was able to do stupid stuff like boarding ships where my boarding crew suffocated. I could just heal them 3 times per encounter. It's very interesting, and yeah, just that weird hiccup. But otherwise, I suppose it over 2.5-hour video of that run with some of my explanation towards some of the systems and mechanical differences between Void War and its clear inspirations from FTL, along with the Warhammer 40k stylization, some of the grimdark event writing, which you know, it wasn't bad, considering just this little procedural generation. So yeah, there's like different heroes, different ship layouts. Let me see if I instead of just saying it, hopefully I can show you the hangar. They have plenty of room for a bunch of different ships with variations of those ships. It's just that you don't get to see it because the demo. Let me see. There you go. Oh, okay. I might be able to continue. Okay. Well, never mind. I was worried that it wasn't going to be able to continue from where I left off. so never mind. Maybe I can keep going. I feel like the video otherwise gets the idea across, but I don't know. This is like a mix of a quick analysis at the start versus showcasing what a run should feel like, I guess. So yeah, I just have to redo my opening moves again. All right. Kill all the skeletons, then start taking out the shields. Right. I wonder if it's just because I have a spot on the ship that I can't order. Oh, okay. Well, it's fixed somehow. So that's nice. There we go. Simple enough. It's just the dog being injured. There we go. Useful material, 47 scrap. All right. And yeah, some suffocation damage there. Get you guys back to your stations. All right. Save it there and keep going towards that missile bay or whatever. Yeah, awesome. A carcass constantly creates toxic gas over a large area. Uh-huh. It should be able to move? I believe, yeah, I would say if it couldn't. A derelict ship drifts into view. It suddenly lurches into action as putrid energy spread across its hull. You prepare for battle as the possessed ship orients its guns at you. Intruders detected. Hunger. Okay. Can unload the crew. Yep, it's the dog taking damage. Oh shit, that makes its damage go up, right. Okay, forgot about that. So, unload. I'll heal it back. Okay, and in you go. Into the weapons or shields? Right. Into a different spot. There we go. All right. A lot of healing needed. All right. Recover that. Yeah, with all of the boarding actions, I do start saying a lot more filler words and not as much deep analysis of mechanics, because you need to micromanage or else people die. The shields have served me well. scrap. Wow, that's pretty insane. One more encounter before I have a spending spree. You arrive in the midst of a rift storm. An outpost looms out from the turbulent murk as ionic bursts crackle all around you, threatening to knock out key systems at an inopportune moment. Investigate. As you approach the outpost, its shape begins to change. Whether it was a trick of the light or a supernatural phenomenon, you soon find yourself under attack by a cultist starship. All right, very cramped for the amount of skeletons on it, but okay. Yep. Murdered. Right, fleshy reagents, just to summon these little guys. 43 scrap, nope. Oh, okay, well, get time to get out of here and just, I'll heal up at the merchant. Imperial supply ship, yes, yes. Ooh, so. Right. And get rid of some of these psychic powers. Yeah, a bunch of missile templates. I could just buy a missile system. Okay, okay, I think I'm doing it. Yup, psychic abilities. Goodbye. Loads and fires missiles. Shield charger. Massively boosts shield recharge rate when activated. Okay. Huh. So, I mean, it's a system that I would have to activate with more power? Okay, interesting. The Hull Reaper fires a beam that damages enemy hull and has a chance to restore your own by an equal amount. What? Okay, so it's either that or the missile because it consumes a unit of munitions, but like I can, vampirize enemy ships? Okay, I mean, I have 50 missiles, so obviously I could just go for missiles, but this seems way more interesting. Cool. And then I could just upgrade it a bunch. Okay, so you get some of these that are like pre-ignited weapons, right? But you only get two charges of this per jump. And so yeah, you can burst. It can burst, but then it becomes useless and you'll want other weapons to continue the onslaught. Then this would get me a lot of shield penetration. 4 projectiles. Yeah, and then I stun all crew in the target room, so I'd have to be careful about my own, but if it lands right before I send my assault sled in, then 5 seconds of beating him down. And then I believe this is a beam? Oh, nope, it's the burst laser 2 again. Okay. I guess okay. Another system. Sure, on the other side of the boarding. And then what do I do? Okay. Yeah, so it'll take up some munitions every time it fires, I assume. And yeah, damages them. 50% chance to restore my own hull. Every 15 seconds, 1 shield piercing. It'll complement my regular weaponry. It's interesting. Okay, so I would need to... Yeah, I would need to have power to make use of it, but then I need to grab this so I actually can penetrate shields. Okay, so now I need to be able to field these weapons. Okay. So there's that. Oh wait, no, I have enough. Okay. Then have that in the loadout. So I still want the bolt cannon to be the final shot. But look at that. Just a little trouble with syncing up the charge rates. But okay. So that's all the weapons up. And then I can start... putting power and upgrading the Reaper. The whole Reaper. So I do have options against ships that I don't want to board now. Gonna give me something to play with at the next jump? A large nearby rift storm dissipates to reveal a derelict orbital colony floating through space. Somehow it has been transported here from its original orbit. Investigate. As you approach, a Corsair vessel leaves the derelict colony on an intercept course towards you. Its weapons are primed. I can board this. Just a big dude. Alright. Kind of want to take out its missiles. And I shall handle him. Oh my god, it's a massacre. This is insane. And I'll just take out your weapons. There you go. And that's it. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. And then I can just instantly heal. You proceed to investigate the colony and discover a Corsair crewman wandering aimlessly. Oh, okay. Huh? They marooned me. Do not leave me here. Oh no. A little anxious about it because there are some events in FTL where trusting a deserter could just be a trap and he kills one of your crew members, and that would be a big deal in this game to lose these guys with all their equipment. So, but I want to. You allow the marooned raider to join your crew, a commando. I now have anti-suffocation on the team. He doesn't repair, but that's what the Mecha Priest is for. Okay. Yes, and all he has is an equipment slot, so you can just send him onto a lot of those possessed ships after my initial boarding team has cleared the way. Lovely. So yeah, this guy is gaining life on kill. He just doesn't need to heal up. It's so good. All right, well, nice of you to not stab me in the back. So yeah, depending on the ship, it's nice to have him available. I might even send him in by himself if the ship calls for it and he's not going to get overwhelmed upon boarding. And also, so yeah, once you have enough crew, they really plan for this because you can scroll to an entire other row. Look at about 8, but it depends on if they have abilities. It takes a little bit more space for the icons. But yeah, Ragnhild, immune to suffocation. So if I just send him, kills restoring life. Would I prefer? Maybe I need him to have the regen. And then that means I can send him in by himself against all of those little demons. So he won't be taking damage from the suffocation. It'll only be from combat, but he'll be regaining from that. Maybe? But yeah, he doesn't have room for armor, so he kind of stays this squishy. And then, yeah, I finally can use the power hammer. And that's everybody's weapon slots. All right. So, yep. Save it here, and then, yeah, no need for shops. Just going to be upgrading. Once I can afford it. I think I go through one more sector, and then it'll be the end of the demo. So, you know, you want some time to play around with your fully upgraded ship. You are caught in a rift storm, struggling to maintain course, when a technocult ship appears. Our flux capacitors are damaged beyond repair. Without them, the relics aboard our ship will never make it back to the Enclaves. I'll rescue the relics, don't worry. Offer them your spare flux capacitors, or attack them. Well, unfortunately, they don't actually have a treasure chest for me to steal. Do I just obliterate them? And just take it? I don't usually take... There's not a lot of options in the Grimdark for the nice guy options. My ship is too good at boarding. Target locked. Okay, no suffocation. So I can afford to send all of them. Oh, right, I need to upgrade my assault sled capacity. Yep. Set a missile that... Oh, nope. Ions. I can deal with that. Uh-huh. Okay, I'll just kill you. Crew killed. Scrapping. You recover some unusual equipment from the wreckage. The relics, which is shitty consumables. It's random. Uh-huh. The things that count as a relic nowadays. So yeah, if I don't... Let me see. I should just upgrade the assault sled. So now I can get all of them there. So that I'm not not putting that weapon to use. Life on kill. Great, and then the remaining 50 will be all to the Hull Reaper. I might not get a chance to use it. I don't really have enough slots. I guess I could put it on the Husk and the Engineer. But odds are I'm gonna forget that I have this. It summons a feed. And I believe they're temporary? So, yeah, I probably don't want to do that until an actual big encounter. But I should be able to summon it on the enemy ship as well, so that let somebody use a tool slot for more disruption. As you approach the Stargate, a fracture splits the horizon of reality, unraveling the threads of your existence. Oh, cool. Beyond the tear, a cold, unyielding darkness churns, alive with whispers that no mortal should hear. Your path spirals deeper into the abyss. This is not the end. It is only the beginning of their gaze. Oh no, it's the end of the demo! My reality. Okay. Victory score 2,393. The crew of the Triumph of Heaven continues into the dark shroud of eternity. Aww. This commando didn't get to do anything. So yep, Spoiled War demo, wishlisting the game, all that stuff. There you go. And yeah, Resonance, it's like a progression resource. So you get to spend Resonance on unlocking captains, ships, all that. Yeah, the end. If I assume that's the the final boss. Merging with Eternity gets you more points. Bunch of scrap, sectors, counter nodes. Don't visit any hazards. Destroy a bunch of ships. Decrewed. 1 surrender. All right. So yeah. Well, I mean, that's the nice thing about recovering from the crash. So here you go. You have a few variants of ships. So yeah, you can purchase this for 5,000. It's a different ship. You get to start with these Imperial Acolytes instead of Enforcers. So a little less with the weaponry, boarding power, you can, and a little bit more with spells. Then you have the Commanders. So yeah, the Exile with the Teleporter, a bunch of armor, weapon, tool slots. Then you have the Witch, so Psyker Commander, and an innate Mind Bolt. So potential for disrupting enemy crew. Several times you could just kill 15 HP husks outright. Several weaker sorcerers, and even if and then yeah, you can also weaken them. If it doesn't kill them outright, then you get your assault sled, finish them off. Yeah, slowly wear down the enemy crew with that, and start equipping different psychic abilities. Plenty more options. That's clearly just a big Death Knight Nurgle dude. And the Assassin you can unlock for more resonance. So this is what I was talking about. A bunch of poison DPS, ignores doors entirely, and fast movement speed. So sending them in alone or with a team, you just have to be careful about microing the Assassin, so that attack a unit really quick, let them take poison damage. Yeah, it's interesting. I unlocked it on my other save, but unfortunately can't really play around with all these, do more runs here. Yeah, so you have number of ships here. Let me see. List. So yeah, I have 9 ships here with approximately 3 variants per, I guess. But I'd have to see. I try out the full game at some point. I don't know. But I just wanted to. Yeah, this is 3 hours with this demo and a pretty good run. I got to the end. And just, yeah, showing you a little bit of the progression system with this resonance resource and unlocking more commanders. I guess that is something I could comment on, is that in FTL, the way that you unlocked ships was with specific quests. So, you know, maybe a little pros and cons of like, oh, well, that was a fun, unique quest with a little bit of writing. If you get to sell you on how big of a deal that is, versus here you just make progression and then you buy it. It's a little more boring, a little less fanfare of like a unique quest. But then I guess it's nice to not feel that you have locked in to that quest. So you can do it if you I guess if there's enough events, they don't need to augment it with quest writing to unlock the ships, or they don't need to give you a meta reason why it shows up in your hangars. Just, yeah, if you played enough games, you have the resource, you just get it. There is something nice about that, but that's why it's nice that FTL is still there if you end up preferring it. But otherwise, I mean, I'm sure that there are plenty of people showcasing the demo or the full game, that are probably just like the FTL players, fishing around for pyromancy builds, right? Pyromaniac builds, fire runs, all power to the sensors, and giving their audiences the schadenfreude of watching the enemy crew run around in a panic while the systems slowly burn down. But just letting you know that you can do that here, yeah, I'm demoed out 3 hours of this, so it's really fun. And again, despite the weird legal adjacent copyright stuff of like, I'm sure you can't just copyright games that are like FTL, but there comes a point where it is very obviously using the same system icons for some of it, similar mechanics, and then of course, yeah, Games Workshop, their copyright strikes on creators and all that. I think this is very clearly Warhammer 40k inspired, so I don't know. The demo's been out for a long time, so clearly they haven't gotten into that much trouble, and people have been asking these same questions. But yeah, well, thank you guys for hanging out with me. I'll see you guys around. Till next time.